Hello everybody, Tiffany Solorio here for Live with Prima. I'm going to be creating a art journal cover with you today. A full list of supplies will be down in the description box below and also on the Prima blog, so be sure to check it out. I am taking the mixed media book from Prima and I am adding a very thick layer of the crackle paste, and this one is the white crackle paste. You can use clear if you want, if that's what you have. I use a silicone brush to apply the paste. This way you don't have any brush strokes in your paste, and you can control the amount of thickness you want in your paste with the silicone brush too. You can do a thinner coat of the paste and you will get smaller cracks. I did a variation, mostly a thick layer, but I did do some parts where it was a little bit thinner so that I got a variation of cracks. So there's big ones and smaller ones. You want to set this aside for a while, for at least a few hours, to let it dry on its own, and then this way you get really nice cracks. I am adding a coat of gesso. I wanted the where the spine is to be white. That's why I'm adding white gesso. You can use clear gesso if you want as well, or if you want a totally different look to your book, you can also add black gesso. I am adding a thin coat of the white gesso. This way it doesn't get into the grooves of the cracks, but also I want to prep the whole surface of my book, so I am just adding a little light thin coat of the gesso. After the gesso dries, I am taking a Prima stencil. This is a doily stencil, and some light paste, and then my silicone brush again, and I'm adding a fairly thick layer to the book, and this way when I add my colors to the book it will give a nice texture in the background. I wanted the doilies to be off of the book, so I did one on the top, and then you could see here I did one kind of on the corner, on the bottom corner of the book. You can use any type of stencil you want to create more texture on the cover of your book. So after you are done adding your paste with the stencil, you are going to set it aside to dry. If you're careful, you can use your heat gun. I set mine aside. I was doing other things throughout the day, so I set mine aside. And then you're going to gather up all of your embellishments that you want to use on the cover of your book and start adding them to your book. So I used, for my focal point, I used the memory hardware frame. I love these frames, they're so beautiful. And then I used a mechanicals heart from Finnabair, and then some of these metal embellishments, and these are all Prima products. I am going to continue adding all of my embellishments to the cover of the book, and I'm going to play some music so you guys can enjoy the process, and if there's something that I need to explain, then I will be back. After everything was glued down, I decided that I wanted to add some art stones and the mini art stones to the project. Because I used E6000 to glue everything down, it didn't dry right away, so I was able just to pull it up. And I am adding some light paste, and this way the art stones have something to grab onto, and then I just kind of sprinkle them on. After the gesso has dried, I am adding some of the Artisan powder, and this color is the Merlot color. I cannot pronounce the first word in this Artisan powder. Frank always comes up with really amazing names that I cannot pronounce. But I added a little bit of water onto the art stones. As you can see here, I am adding the powder. So I'm taking a little paintbrush, and then I have like this little paint palette, and then I have some water in one of the little pockets of the palette. I don't know what it's called. And then I dip the paintbrush into the water and then into the powder, and then you can see that I'm spraying some of it with the water as well. And I just kind of keep going back and forth with the process. So I dip the paintbrush in the water, powder onto the book, and then if I feel that it needs to have a little bit more flow, then I will spray it with some water. I hope this is making sense. And at first I wanted like a ombre effect, so I kind of only wanted the middle, and then I decided that I just wanted the bottom half of the book, and then I decided just to cover the whole thing, and you will see what I do. So you could see here, I thought, okay, well, I'm done adding the color for the most part. I wanted to see how the wax was going to look. I definitely needed to kind of smooth out and blend out the color, but I wanted to see how the wax would look. And I am using the rose gold color, and then I ended up not liking that color. So I'm going to go back in with the vintage silk wax, and then you could see all of the details just kind of showing up. And then I was just kind of playing around at this point. As you can see, I definitely need to work on blending out the color of the book, but I just wanted to see how it was going to look, just in case I needed to cover it all back up and start from scratch. But I was loving how it was looking, and then I'm going to go back in and finish the book with the color. So the color has dried and I'm taking this little tiny brush and then I'm adding the vintage silk color and then also some of the white gold and the old silver. So I kind of mix them together and just kind of see what I like. And I'm using the brush and also my finger to get in all the grooves and then highlight a lot of that different texture. So I just continue to add the wax, and like I said, I go between old silver, white gold, and the vintage silk. I definitely stepped out of my comfort zone in using the Merlot Artisan powder, but I love the end result, and it was definitely uncomfortable to see this whole book like this pinkish, purplish color, but I love it. But I did want to take a little bit away, some of that color away. So I just take a baby wipe and a little bit of water, and then I was able to wipe some of it off. And then that completes the project. It is definitely beautiful, and I love these waxes and the artisan powders. So I hope you guys give this a try, and that completes the project for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to find the Live with Prima Facebook group, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.